will learn a Power BI and how much experience I can go as a Power BI developer. What experience I can keep as a Power BI developer? For your question, as you might aware that 2.5 years of experience officially I can showcase, but Power BI is there almost 8 years back itself. From last 8 years we have Power BI. For that, understand this picture. Power Pivot was introduced in 2009 as part of Excel. In Excel, we have a Power Pivot concept is there, which is available in 2009 itself as a add-in. Then after, in 2012, we have Power View was introduced in Excel in 2012. In 2013, a concept called Data Explorer in Excel introduced as a plugin again in 2013. So I said, boss, Power BI is nothing but a Power Pivot, Power Query and Power View. Power Pivot is there in 2009 itself, and Power View is available in 2012 itself. And as part of 2013, Data Explorer was introduced, which is nothing but, which was renamed as Power Query. So by 2013 itself, everything is on place: Power Pivot, Power Query, Power View. And there are concepts called MIS reporting or Excel based reporting we used to call, which is nothing but a Power BI only. Okay, so as by 2013 everything is there and everyone creating a reports in Excel, but we have some limitations. You cannot perform a scheduled refresh. You cannot perform a scheduled refresh, or you cannot share your Excel file which contains 5 GB of data over a mail. These are the two limitations. As we have these limitations, and at that time 2014-15 time, the Tableau and ClickView got a good market with respect to data visualizations. What Microsoft done is, Microsoft provided Power BI service with a SharePoint integration to support these two features in January 2015. So as we don't have a scheduled refresh, and as we don't have any sharing capacity, as we don't have any dashboards concept, in 2015 January, Microsoft introduced Power BI service with SharePoint. It was a great success. Yet at that time, Microsoft introduced a concept called Power BI Desktop with a combination of these three things: Power Pivot, Power Query, Power View, without MS Office concept, without Excel concept. Those three things they kept together and they released a Power BI Desktop in June 2015. So the Power BI is not a new one which is released in June 2015, which has been there from a long time. All are available by 2013 itself, and those are available from 2009 itself. Those three things together created as a separate tool as a Power BI Desktop. So if you want to go with 4 years of experience or 5 years of experience, yes, you can go. If you learn whatever I am going to say, what is a Power Pivot, what is a Power Query, what is a Power View, you can tell that from last 5 years you have been working on a Power BI and Excel based reporting. That is one option. If you say that, boss, you are saying everything Excel, I don't know anything about Excel, I am a SQL Server DBA, I am a SQL Server developer, I am a SQL Server like MSBA developer. In that scenario, SQL Server 2012, a new feature was introduced. That is nothing but tabular SSAS. In SQL Server 2012, which is released in 2012, April I think so, at that time a new feature was introduced. That name is tabular SSAS, which is nothing but Power Pivot version of SQL Server. So Power Pivot is there in SQL Server from a 2012 itself. From last 5 years it is there. You can say that, boss, from last 5 years I have been working on power pivot concepts. And what about power query? I will tell you. Does you require a power query or not? I am going to tell you. So officially Power BI came 2.5 years back. Unofficially it has been there as a complete version from 2013, and from 2009 itself it is there. So for your 4 years, 5 years, it is not at all a matter. And they also know that officially it came 2 years back. If you say that I know Power BI, you will get scheduled an interview. If you speak whatever I am providing, out of it, if you learn 20%, you can crack 10 interviews. But I am referring, at that point of time, you will have a question on how much experience I can go. 4 years, 5 years, nothing. And now, this is about the history of Power BI, which has been there from a long time. But as an independent product, it is there from a June 2015. It is nothing is new here. And in a SQL Server, it is there in 2012 itself. Now, before continuing about a Power BI or a scope, what is the difference between SSRS and a Power BI? SSRS, SQL Server Reporting Services, it's a component of MSBI. And Power BI, both are Microsoft related reporting tools. Now, everyone is looking for a Power BI. What is the difference between SSRS and Power BI? Yes. So if you keep 4 years of experience on Power BI, if they ask you, boss, why you are using a Power BI? As we have SSRS, you need to tell something, right? So SSRS, these reports are read-only reports. Whatever the reports that you created or deployed, user can select their drop downs and they can get the report. Then after, they cannot interact with the report. Interaction is not there, only read-only copies. And these can be accessed within the network. Within the network only you can access. If I want to access from anywhere, it is not possible. And we don't have dashboard concept. This is what the hell, like where the Tableau and ClickView got a good market over a 2014 2015 of time. Okay, so most of the people who knows SQL, they got MSBI jobs, and people who don't know SQL also, they got a Tableau jobs by learning a 15 days of Tableau and a ClickView over 2 years back. And at that time everyone say that MSBI don't have a capacity of a dashboard in SSRS. So we don't have a dashboard concept in SSRS at the time. In latest versions we have, and these can be accessed within the network, and it is only a printable format of reports. Okay, it's not printable format of reports. These are the read-only reports. For a structural reporting, like if you wanted to create a reports with a proper structure, like headers, footers, alignments, and everything, this would be helpful. So you can consider that these are read-only reports. Okay, where user can see the report, cannot interact with the report. That is the first point. And you can access the report within the network. If you wanted to access the report from anywhere, it is not possible. We don't have a dashboard concept, and we have limited sources support. These are the SSRS limitations you can consider. And what Power BI can do is, Power BI is, here reports are interactive. You can interact with the report, whatever the report which is shared, user can able to interact with the report. All the dashboards are like the pie charts, bar charts, tables, everything user can able to interact in however he want. He can see different views of insights. That is one thing. And this is what one of the main feature, self-service. Here, as we are going to share our reports through a Power BI Pro, we can access the report from anywhere. You can access the report from anywhere, and here user can interact with the report and the dashboard. Along with that, Don't worry about my spelling mistakes. User can able to interact with the report and dashboard. Along with that, user can take a copy of the report, dashboard, or a data set. What is the dashboard? I will explain. He can take a copy of it. He can interact with it. He can take a copy of it, and he can modify. He can modify the report according to his requirement, or he can create his own report. This is what the main concept of Power BI. Okay, understand this point very clearly, so that you will feel that what SSRS can do or Tableau can do. So I am referring that